Hey, well, it's Sunday again, day off. And last week, you may remember that I gave you a guided tour of our garden, which is a mishmash of plants. I will do another guided tour because it is literally changing by the week. This week, for example, the lilac blossom is out and smells absolutely gorgeous. So maybe next weekend, I'll give you another tour and an update of the garden. But I thought that for this week, it might be useful to show you what a former clutterholic's home looks like. Because as you may know, I used to be a clutterholic, borderline hoarder myself. And I talk a lot when you're on your clutter clearing journey about how we need to create a home that works for us. And a home that works for you is probably going to be slightly different to the type of home that works for me. Now, Stanley has just done a beautiful demonstration of how a home for us and how it works is probably very different to other people. So I thought I would show you around our lounge so that you can see how our home works. So as Stanley nicely illustrated, we have stumps on our wall and shelves. Why have we got them? Well, this is what is called our cat superhighway. And this is so that our cats can get from room to room and upstairs easily without having to go past each other. Because we live in a Victorian terrace house, which means that it's narrow, and this is the only doorway. And if you've ever had more than one pet, you'll know that they are prone to fight play each other. So of course that would be very easy for them in this small narrow gangway. So by having this cat superhighway, it means that they can climb and get past each other without having to worry about the others attacking them. With 3 cats, that does still happen, but it is place fighting, so it's okay. So come on through to our lounge and I will explain to you how our lounge works for us. Because again, this is such an important point that you create a home that works for you. We are never going to live in a show home. We have 3 cats. My husband and I both work from home. So we like to have a home that is comfortable for us, relaxed and lived in. I wouldn't want to live in a show home. And I wouldn't want to live in a hotel all the time either, as immaculate and tidy and clean as they may be. So come on through. Now you'll see that I am actually doing a dual purpose for one of our cat stumps for our cat superhighway. This is where my handbag lives. It's quite a big bulky handbag. I only have one. But that's where it lives. It's still fine for the cats getting past, but that's a good place for it to be. Shelf for the cats as well, so that they can get up onto the cat superhighway. This is Gatsby's bed. He likes his radiator bed, so one of our cats likes to sleep in there. He's got to have his spot. This is Stanley's curve. So again, he likes the most inconvenient place in the house, which is by the front door and on the gangway. So it sits just in a place where we can at least still open the front door. They really do have their own characters. Whereas other people would probably have children's toys and things around and have their homes adapted for children, we've adapted our home for our cats. They are our substitute children. We have a very small porchway, but this is where our shopping bags live, for example, because we don't want to have to store them in our home. We like to just pick them up and go if we're going out shopping. So that's where they live, along with my scarves. I do love my coloured scarves and hats, so they live in there. We also have a to-do list at the moment. With being on lockdown, there are quite a lot of household things, DIY things I would love my husband to do. Quite a long list. Actually, I can take one of those off. I did the shredding of the previous financial year this morning, so I can do that. I've got to do my tax return as well. But again, it's a useful visual reminder in a room that we spend quite a lot of time in. So again, that's practical for us. Our paperwork inbox lives by the front door. If you're doing your clutter clearing journey, you'll know about your paperwork inbox. This is very relevant as well because any paper that is for recycling can go in there and then it can go straight out the door. I don't want it to come too far into the home. Cat toys hanging on the cat stump. Again, that's because we play with them in the evening with their toys, so that doesn't get in the way. So coming on round, you will see that again, unlike most people, what do you have in your living room or lounge? Well, we have a cat wall. Again, 3 cats, they love this. Dora likes to sit here. Stanley likes to sit up the top in the tower where he feels safe. We've made best use of the space because we have our shoe storage underneath, and another cat bed. It is a little ridiculous. Oh, you see, nearly falling over a cat toy. But again, this works for us. And then behind that is the storage. We have boards that go in front of our windows rather than blinds and shutters. So again, everything does work without it getting too much in the way. You'll see up there is our thank you to the key workers sticker that my husband made, so that we can say thank you as people pass our home. Very grateful to all the key workers. This, should mention that statue on the windowsill. We can't put flowers on there because the cats like to push them off. But that is sentimental to me because I got that when I was in South America. I saw the man carving it out of wood back in 1993. So that is very sentimental to me. As is this chair. This is my late father-in-law's chair. He bought it about 6 months before he passed away. He also made this rug with my name and my husband's name on it. So that lives on his chair, as does the rug that I remember having a picnic with him in a country park near us. The cats love sitting on that as well, so they sit on Grandad's chair, even though they never met Grandad. Moving on round, again, this could look a little cluttered, but we're playing lockdown Scrabble with my mother-in-law. So we're keeping our Scrabble board for that tucked away under the telly. We've got a few DVDs here, the ones that we're currently watching. So here we've got Gilmore Girls. It's as if somebody took my relationship with my parents and turned it into a series. So I'm watching that probably for the 4th time. Again, I like to watch and re-watch them if I can. Picture of my father-in-law, so again, sentimental connection. Say good morning to Frank every morning. This is a carving that represents my husband's business. It's called Freebird, so that is a beautifully carved eagle. Again, it has significance. Moving on round, the sweetie jar. Let's see if we can find the cat. Ah, Stanley. Stanley always likes this. So, again, some people would be appalled by this, but I am going to do the sweetie game. So, yes. So, showing sweets up on the wall, and he'll be at that for a good 5-10 minutes, searching out the sweeties. When they are very food driven, it's quite good to keep them mentally active. So that's the sweetie jar. So again, that has purpose. Here is our cat that we had to put down in February. We haven't been able to buy a tree yet because the garden centres aren't open, but we will buy a tree and scatter her ashes as we plant the tree. So Madam's spot is there. Our picture has meaning. This is the beach, Morgan Porth, down in Cornwall, the foot of England. And this is where my father-in-law's ashes are spread. So he is actually spread at this end of the beach. So we bought that the year we went down to scatter his ashes. Again, so moving on around carving. This is a perfect carving of one of my dogs that I grew up with, Ebony. So again, that has sentimental value. Moving on round, my husband, he loves his American cars. We have a 1996 Ford Mustang, I've got to get this right, V8 4.6, 6 litre, 5 litre, can't remember, car. So, but he has the small ones and he has a Mini. He loved his Mini. So that has significance, as does the ELO LP that I bought him. We don't actually own a record player, but he is a huge ELO fan. So again, that has pride of place. So everything here has significance. It may not be perfect. We haven't got covers on the sofa at the moment, for example, just because the cats ripped them to shreds, and we're kind of trying to decide, do we replace the covers or do we replace the sofa? So again, that's a work in progress. The carpet, which you probably can't tell, is in a terrible state. We would like to get new carpet and replace it. But you know what? It doesn't matter. This space has a lot of memories and thoughts and associations. It's a positive place for us to be because it has the things that mean something to us. And again, for anybody else, having a cat shelf at the end of your sofa would be a little crazy. But for us, one of our cats, Dora, she likes to sit very close to you, but she doesn't like to be on your lap or have a cuddle. So all of this is practical for us and it works for you, and it's really important that as you create your worksheet 7, while you're on your clutter clearing journey, that you create a home that works for you. I hope that was useful. I hope it encourages you to create a home that works for you. And I shall see you very soon. Take care.